talk about Manchester United against Aston Villa. Somebody said Manchester United have been on long holiday.
Some people are saying maybe they feel like it's international break.
I mean, yeah, for Manchester United, they might as well feel like it's international break because it's been almost 2 weeks. Some of these players may have forgotten how to even play a pass. If you are not careful.
They've been enjoying at home, eating and enjoying life.
I hope they've not been enjoying too much. But then, Aston Villa comes visiting one of the biggest struggling teams right now in the Premier League. But the issue is, for Aston Villa, they played on Thursday in the UEFA Europa League against Lille, and they will play against Manchester United on Sunday, which means that they are not as fresh as Manchester United that have not played for almost 2 weeks now. So, could this be the difference between these two sides? Not to also say that Aston Villa have been struggling, in recent times, lost to Chelsea, lost here and there, managing them. I think there was one small thing that beat them again. I think it was Wolves.
Yeah,
beat them 2 goals to nothing. They struggled to equalize 1-1 against Leeds. They have not won a game in like 4 to 5 games now. And it's going to be Old Trafford.
It's going to be Old Trafford, and with the way I saw Aston Villa play against Chelsea, I feel they have a lot of things they have to change in the team. Starting from the way they press, I don't like the way they press, and for a team that loves to play up the pitch, and the press is not good enough, the midfield is not compact, and they are just everywhere. They're everywhere. They are easy to play through. They believe if you can go at all.
People say they are missing Boubacar Kamara.
Well, maybe not. But
and John McGinn.
But I
they have been able to start Jadon Sancho, and this time Jadon Sancho cannot start because he's cup tied. He's a loan from Manchester United.
From Chelsea.
From
Manchester United. Yeah, it's on from Manchester. So I think in this game they have to get their tactics right, because if they play the way they played against Chelsea, against Manchester United, the game will be over in 30 minutes.
And let's talk about Manchester United. For Michael Carrick, it was a reality check at the St. Joseph's Park, the fairy tale run, the bubble that he had been existing in finally, got punctured, and then reality sets in. First loss since he took over. And it has been two philosophies he has been employing. The philosophy he employed against the likes of Manchester City, Arsenal, Tottenham Hotspur, where Bournemouth plays as a false nine, and the philosophy he had to employ against the likes of Everton, I think it was Newcastle, because of the performance of Šeško, which is start Šeško with Mbeumo on the right and Khan on the left. Well, that delivered a loss, against Newcastle in their last Premier League game. So, how does Carrick approach this? Does he go back to Mbeumo first nine? Does he stay true to Šeško as his number 9?
I think for Michael Carrick, it just feels like what happened against Newcastle. You just feel okay, it's a reality check, like you said, and you should definitely get to understand that there are some times that playing starting Šeško might not work, and there are some times that starting Šeško might work. And I feel one thing against Newcastle that was kind of obvious was that at some point Mbeumo was out of the game, and he couldn't make that substitution, bringing in Ahmad. And you could see that when the difference when they brought Ahmad in as well. And let's not forget he also made some substitutions that didn't actually mix
at the back.
Yeah. I mean, there was no reason why you should have brought in Tyrone Malacia, who is just going to play.
Eddie Neville can do a job at left back. He's a left-footed centre back.
Yeah. So I mean,
Eddie Neville is a player who still played the previous game, who still came in from Maguire, who has more match fitness than Tyrone Malacia, who has not kicked the ball since the start.
So I don't feel he must have learned his lesson against Newcastle United, because I think that loss was would have helped him a lot. Understand that okay, I need to do this, and playing against Aston Villa, who they themselves are not in a really good form. My Francis chances, I think maybe this might be a game where Šeško will get to enjoy a lot of things.
Well, in that back line, just so we're clear, I mean, according to how the game against Newcastle ended, Luke Shaw was injured. He brought in Mazraoui. Mazraoui also got injured. That was what made him bring in We don't know if both Luke Shaw and Mazraoui are back fit now. But in the absence of those two, we expect is it Edin Heaven left back or Lenny
Left back or centre back?
Left back. I mean, if Luke Shaw and Mazraoui happens to be not he's not starting on that side, is he?
I don't think he wants to start on that.
So who does he start?
I think you should start taking him
At left back.
at left back. Yeah.
And then still, we hear Martinez is still not fit, so it's still going to be Euro
Maguire.
and Maguire.
I think if he wants to use Euro and Maguire, he needs to tell Maguire and Euro to be more proactive. Because we could see Euro against in the first game against Aston Villa at Villa Park, how we felt like it was one that actually allowed Villa to actually get some of those goals. So I think he needs to tell him to be more proactive in defending and he should not be reactive. And he needs to calm down.
All right, we've gotten to that part where we predict. So, hey, Old Trafford, Aston Villa comes visiting Manchester United, not played for almost 2 weeks, well rested. Aston Villa, we still played on Thursday. How do you see this one panning out? And we still play next week, Thursday.
I don't see any excuse for Manchester United not to win this one. So
Yeah, they are the more fresh out of the
they are the more fresh out the boat.
You know, it's two things if you're not playing regularly. You could be fresh or you could be match rusty.
Yeah,
So there could also be the more match rusty team of the two because Villa still played.
But then it's at Old Trafford.
Tactically, I feel Manchester United at the moment, with the little I've seen about Aston Villa, I think they will enjoy playing Aston Villa. Aston Villa is a team that likes to come with power, use their individual qualities in the attack, and of course they love to play out on the pitch. So Fernandes will be ready for them to get into the positions and release.
And they play with space, and there was a lot of space at
There's always a lot of
to
space.
to enjoy.
And with what I said against Chelsea, they didn't really put much. They weren't tight enough in the midfield, and there was always room for players to just drift in, get the ball, and initiate attack. So I think in this game, Manchester United will really have so many chances, especially with the skill set of Mbeumo and Fernandes, Kowa from, and Mbeumo cutting in with Fernandes sitting behind them, and Fernandes getting the ball, creating 4-4 situations and releasing them. I think Manchester United stands a very, very good chance in this one.
Okay, definitely Manchester United stands a very good chance in this one. So, prediction?
I'm going to 2 United.
2-0?
Yeah.
Or clean sheet for Lamens?
Yes, I'm going for United wins, maybe a 3-1, a
2-0,
2-0.
3-1, go 2-goal margin.
No, 3-1. I think
Yeah.
Aston Villa will get it.
Yeah. So 2-goal margin, 2-goal margin. It's
Yeah.
not going to be belabored. It's not going to be tight. It's going to be a comfortable one for Manchester United. Well, 3 p.m. on Sunday rather. I guess we'll find out.